I will start and just give me a second. I'll just share the screen. Hope my screen is visible to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Friends, senior IPS officer Ravi Sinha appointed as RA chief. This point, this article is not useful for the UPSC examination in particularly, but for non-UPSC exam like Maharashtra State Services or West Bengal State Services or any other state services, one question we can expect is that is who is the recent who appointed as a RA chief recently. So the name you should remember, Ravi Sinha IPS. Now let us take a look at on RA. RA established in 1968. RA established in 1968. The main ambition of RA is it will act as a foreign intelligence unit of India. RA is foreign intelligence unit of India. Understood? So that is RA is about. RA directly works under Prime Minister office itself. So they will report directly to Prime Minister itself. So that is RA, and I hope now we got a clarity. Now, what I can tell you is RA particularly useful in two ways. One, they will get information about external threats. Second way, they will also try to get the inputs about foreign relations with other countries. So in that aspect, this is important. So Ravi Sinha, 1968 PMO office. These names are important for non-UPSC exam. From last 1995 to till today, I never saw a question regarding this kind of articles. So just give less focus if you are preparing for UPSC only. This article is also comes under sports. She became the CA Bhavani Devi became the first Indian to win Asian Championship medal in fencing. In fencing game. So again, this is also non-UPSC point of view. Just keep a tab on it. It is Beltigue's family beating the retreat of constellation of Orion. Now this article I particularly choose because of 2023 paper. There was a question on sorry, just a second. In 2023, there is a particular question on stars. On that note, I can tell you that this article is quite important. Okay. So what I can tell you is, we will try to understand this article. Just a second, friends. Hello, Narki. Okay, okay. Active layer. కనిపిస్తుందా నాన్న అడుగురు కదా ఏమైందిరా ఏమైంది ఇప్పుడు బాగానే ఉందా సరే మళ్ళీ చేస్తాను బాయ్ సో ఫ్రెండ్స్ 2023 there is a question on stars. So on that note, I would like to bring you some important facts about star, then I will come to the article. Okay, so this is the star and its development. Friends, UPSC asked about what do you call supernova, and they talk about nebula and other things also. I can tell you, we can understand these things very carefully. It is the nebula is the beginning point. From nebula, you will get average star and a massive star. And a massive star will become super red giant, and then you will get supernova. Finally, the supernova will leads to neutron star and black hole. So supernova and black hole has a consistent relation. So it is red giant and planetary nebula and white dwarf are having the relation. So a star begins with nebula and ends with black hole. After nebula, you have average star and massive star. Before black hole, you will have neutron star and supernova as the development. So these two links are very important. Supernova, particularly mentioned in UPSC paper this year. So keep your focus about these developments very carefully. Now, what is this so-called Betelgeuse family beating retreat in constellation? So the star, it is a star in fact. The star Betelgeuse, which is a red star, which is a red star right now within the constellation of Orion. So we have several constellations, and within constellation of Orions, it was recorded in 2019, not today. Since then it was recorded, but now it is retreating. It is retreating. That is why it is in news. Now there were explosions, there are many things about it. But I want to confirm to you that the name Betelgeuse you should remember for the examination point of view. And further, you should also remember the next element, that is the constellation Orion. So these are the important keywords which I particularly tell students to remember. Understood? So as per the recent updates from the scientist, right now the Betelgeuse is in the state of red supergiant. Can you see here? Red supergiant, not this red supergiant. This stage, not red king, red supergiant, and this is right now located in Orion constellation. So that's the reason I came with this explanation. What is red giant star and everything? Understood. So now we understood what is the thing here. So this is the issue of Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is a star, in fact, red giant star formed in the constellation Orion. So please maintain the clarity over what is the massive star, what is red supergiant, what is supernova, what is black hole. Don't simply read and forget the article. Remember for longer time. Clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So please maintain the keywords, which is important. Now, Assam Rifles plans to secure lifelines in Manipur hills. We all aware, even last class itself, I discussed completely about ST status. Can you remember that? ST status. What is the difference between ST and but tribe and PVTs? We discussed it. Debar committee. We discussed about Lokur committee. How many of you recall? I don't know. In one slide, I explained completely. Can you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Now, this week there is a topic about Assam Rifles. Friends, Assam Rifles. In 2006, there was a question about Assam Rifles in prelims. Which is the oldest paramilitary force? Assam Rifles. Established in 1835. At that time, they are called as Kachar Levy. Kachar Levy. They had two different titles. One is they are Sentinels of Hills. The other thing is they are also called as Friends of Northeast. Oldest one, Kachar Levy, Sentinels of Northeast. And in the month of May, we have Rashmi Shukla appointed as EZ of Assam Rifles. Assam Rifles currently located at Indo Myanmar borders. Indo-Myanmar borders. Am I clear? Oldest paramilitary force established in 1835. Other name is Kachar Levy. The other names are Sentinels of Hills, Friends of Northeast, and they had a new DZ called as Rashmi Shukla IPS, and they are right now located at Myanmar borders. Now, our discussion will be uncompleted or incompleted if we haven't discussed other aspects of Assam Rifles. As I told you, Assam Rifles, 1835. The old name is Kachar Levy, and other names is Sentinels of Hills and Friends of Northeast. And Rashmi Shukla is the DZ, and they are bordering at it. Now, Assam Rifles comes under CAPF. Now, what are CAPF is about? Central Armed Police Force. Within that, we have Border Security Force. We have CISF. We have CISF, Central Industrial Security Force. We have ITBP. We have ITBP. We have CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force. Central Reserve Police Force, National Security Guards, Sahasra Seema Bal. 7 in number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. I repeat again. Border Security Force. In fact, it is in news in this month itself because we have a new person called as Nitin Agarwal, appointed as DZ as 1st December. Just a second, please. Hello? Sham Jatu? International relations. Okay, అయితే ఓకే నాకేం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు తీసుకుంటాను కానీ ఒక సరసరితో మాట్లాడు ఎందుకంటే మాట్లాడు చెప్పా ఇంట్లో ఓకేనా ఇలా అన్నారు రజనీ సార్ అని చెప్పి మాట్లాడు ఎందుకంటే ఇంటర్నేషనల్ రిలేషన్స్ అనేది ఆల్మోస్ట్ నేను డీల్ చేసాను కదా కనుక్కొని చెప్పు ఒకసారి ఓకేనా అచ్చా అచ్చా ఓకే కనుక్కొని చెప్పు నాకు ఏదైనా ఓకే సార్ నో ఇష్యూ I can deal international relations, I can deal internal security also. No problem. Yeah. In fact, I'm a research scholar in Asia, Africa, Global Scholars. No, I can deal international relations very far, very better. Like, yeah. You can talk to, there are academies in Vizag, there are academies in Chennai, academies in Hyderabad also. I'm very popular for international relations, particularly international relations and current affairs. Fine, Shyam. Parlable. Are you Fine. Okay, I'm sorry, friends. So we have BSF, that is Nitin Agarwal, established in 1st December 1965 after Indo-Pakistan War. Regarding CASF, ITBP established in 1962 after Indo-China War. CRPF, SSB, when time comes, we'll discuss. And for your attention, my dear friends, all this Central Armed Police Force comes under Ministry of Home Affairs, including BSF. Okay, clear, right? I hope you got some background information about CAPF. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So see, this is how you have to think regarding articles. You should not read what is mentioned in articles. What is mentioned in articles cannot be a question every time. See, this information you should have. You can ask me, sir, how you calculate this information? See, when I am preparing, I calculate information, but my term's gone and everything was finished. So now I'm just teaching everything to you. Understood? So keep on. So this kind of preparation will help. And see, by seeing Assam Rifles, I told you this was a question asked in 2006. That is how you have to get the command over previous year questions. See, I will tell students number of times, it is not about the number of books you read. Okay. It is about how much content you are able to recollect in the examination point of view. ये फर्क पड़ता है. अपने अब कितने पता पढ़े, but no issue doesn't come here. Okay. Next, semiconductors fab unfinished agenda. Semiconductors fab unfinished agenda is the article here. So this article is talking about India's unfulfilled goal of reaching top position in semiconductors. Friends, let us try to understand this article in a simple format. First of all, what you mean by semiconductors? Then we'll try to understand what are the main arguments raised by the order. That's it. And I will tell you one important scheme launched by Government of India to improve semiconductors. We'll see it. Now tell me, what is semiconductor? All the BSc physics students, electronics students, show your talent now.
So semiconductors are the materials whose conductivity ranges between in between the conductors and the non-conductors.
Mm-hmm. So
Basically,
carry
they
on,
were
carry on.
having less electrons in their valence cells
Hmm.
comparatively to the conductors.
Very good. I think you are a BTech electronic grad student, I guess. Are you a BTech student?
No, sir.
Are you a
Actually, I
science?
was yeah. Actually, I was having science in my 11th, 12th, physics.
Okay. Are you a student who has an interest in our science?
Yes, sir, definitely. Sir.
Even me too. You know, my background is nuclear physics. This is interesting.
Nice.
Nuclear physics to political science and international relations. Interesting transformation. Okay. So, friends, semiconductor is such thing that materials which are lies between conductors and insulators. So this is semiconductor meaning. The famous one are gallium and silicon. Gallium and silicon. So gallium and silicon are some famous materials for semiconductors. Friends, we'll try to understand this topic. Now, India want to become, so according to other, India decided to become a hub of semiconductor export. Right now, market is dominated by China and Taiwan. China and Taiwan. Now, friends, we'll try to understand that this particular aspect of growing semiconductors in India, India is trying to work out like anything, but still we are unable to push up. So, what exactly are they arguing here? So, other says that Indian market is right now, Indian market is right now mainly driven by demand, and people are looking towards digital technology, and there is government of India initiatives for semiconductors, boosting semiconductors also. Now, government of India is boosting semiconductors because of one reason, to reduce dependency of imports. So other is suggesting that we need to push semiconductors to the next level. He's saying we need semiconductors to the next level because one, that is, it is the 21st century, which is the information communication technology one. Two, we need semiconductors because industrial revolution 4.0 is on the way. Three, we need semiconductors for the national security. And other also cited that we need semiconductors industry to reduce dependency on the foreign countries or the foreign markets. Okay, so these are the some of the important points raised by other. In interview, if they ask you why we need semiconductors, we have to give certain answers. Further, this article could be helpful. What is the status of semiconductors market? You can tell right now it is demand driven market and government of India is also pushing.
Sir,
Yes, madam.
can you tell the first 2 points what we need?
21st century ICT, information communication technology needs. You know very well our smartphones, our computers, our Apple tabs, our pineapple juice, all these things. Sorry, not pineapple juice. Our Apple tab, all these things need ICT. That is, semiconductors are needed. So apart from that, 4.0 for artificial intelligence, for machine learning also we need semiconductors. Then national security. For this, we should not depend on others. For example, Ministry of Home Affairs, in one of its report mentioned China chips are manufactured in such a way that they are stealing the data. So regarding national security issue also, we should develop the semiconductors. So that is, and then we should not depend on foreign country. Let us say foreign country is not interested to export India, we will suffer as we suffered for many issues. So that I can tell you, friends, you have to remember these facts for our examination point of view. So you can also add your own points. It is not ends there. So do remember this main important points. What other told? Government of India launched a particular scheme called as Production Linked Incentive Scheme. Please do read about it. Production Linked Incentive Scheme, semiconductors. Read about it, you will understand how India is pushing this development. Clear, ma? Am I clear?
Yes, sir. So
Yes,
there is
sir.
also incentives called design link incentives. So is it same with PLI?
No. Design linked incentive, research linked incentives are the subunits of the scheme. In fact, the other units of the scheme. So design linked
Okay.
incentive and research linked incentives are right now on the pilot status. But PLI is right now which is working. Even UPSC asked a question about PLI in prelims. If you remember, those who wrote it, they can remember. PLI, they asked about it is not only helping the local countries, it is foreign countries, it is also helping the local countries. It is true. Fine, right?
Okay, sir.
Right. Next, we have Amit Agrawal takes charge on Aadhaar Act, Aadhaar Authority. I would like to bring some important revision about this Aadhaar Act and Aadhaar issues. Friends, Aadhaar is such a controversial element in India. I think none of the government identification became such a controversial like this. Apart from any NRC, this is also highly controversial. So let us try to understand the origin of Aadhaar idea. Now, in 1999, Cargill Review Committee headed by K. Subramanian. Kargil Kargil War Review Committee. Kargil War Review Committee, headed by K. Subramaniam, suggested that there should be one identification there should be one identity for people who are in villages at border level. Understand my points. This is the first ever first ever idea to give identity cards for the villagers. Later, Rangarajan Commission. Later, Rangarajan Commission also stated that there is a need for database. That is, there is a need for database. In fact, a Rangarajan Committee established in 2000 suggested that there should be one identity card for the socio-economic data of the center. For socio-economic data, there should be one identity card. Similar to many foreign countries, he suggested. Under this, Rangarajan Committee suggested give a unique identity to each citizen of India and maintain their data. This is how committee suggested. Friends, finally, Government of India created one group of ministers headed by L.K. Advani. Group of ministers headed by L.K. Advani. And this committee, that is group of ministers headed by L.K. Advani, suggested one ID card for citizens can be used as a national ID card for multiple purpose. So this is how things started to develop. So later in 2009 exactly, Unique Identification Authority of India was created under Planning Commission. In fact, Nandan Neelkalani is one of the person. Nandan Neelkalani is one of the key person in development of Aadhaar. Okay, so this is one thing I can tell you, that Aadhaar evolved from series of steps. Okay, so Aadhaar became very popular because of one case filed in 2012 by K.S. Puttaswamy. Okay, so by K.S. Puttaswamy, it became a famous issue, and Supreme Court issued Article 21, a right to privacy. Right. So all these things you should recollect. You should recollect. If you are not aware about it, not a problem. Now read and recollect again. So that I can tell you. Aadhaar was the idea given by Kargil Review Committee. Later, Rangarajan Committee suggested. Later, L.K. Advani Committee also suggested. Finally, we have UIDAI. And UIDAI got lot of problems in the later times. Finally, friends, Aadhaar Act was framed. Okay, Aadhaar Act was framed. So Aadhaar Act is, what I can tell you, Aadhaar Act is designated as a money bill. even still, Chidambaram filed a case. How Aadhaar can be a money bill? Chidambaram sir filed a case. So case is still in the Supreme Court. So right now, Aadhaar is designated money bill. You are well aware when a bill is designated as a money bill, immediately Rajya Sabha doesn't have more powers, right? So Rajya Sabha need to return the bill within how many days?
14 days.
14 days. And Rajya Sabha cannot amend the bill. It can give only suggestions of the bill.
Suggestions only.
So this is how money bill degraded the voice of Rajya Sabha as per the accusation raised by Congress government. Friends, this is the story of Aadhaar and its developments. I hope you understand the solid background of Aadhaar and you also understand the case Puttaswamy judgment. Now, why it is in news? Amit Agarwal takes charge as the CEO of Aadhaar Authority. Aadhaar Authority is nothing but UIDAI. Now, friends, Aadhaar comes under Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology. Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology, IT. Am I clear, friends?
Yes, sir.
So please just have an idea about this. That's it. Next, India's first mRNA vaccine against Omicron was approved. So the name of the vaccine is Jamcovac. Jamcovac. Now, how vaccine works? How vaccine works? And first of all, how disease will affect. Now, I'm just trying to explain this how disease affecting by taking COVID-19 virus. Now, let us imagine COVID-19 virus, which is looking like this more or less. It is attacking your body. Now, immediately, it will reach the cells, let us say. Now, cell has, mitochondria, and cell also has the core nucleus complex. Now, there is a process called as the replication of mRNA will be done every time. Now, this particular process will lead to the diseases. That is, here the replication process will do without having, just a second. Yeah. So the replication will happen with like anything. Now, within the nucleus, this replication will go on. Now, this COVID-19 attack your body and replication will go on in the nucleus. Finally, every new cell will consist of COVID-19 spikes. Slowly and gradually their number increase. And this lead to next level problem. Sometimes replication will goes on, and this is going to be called as cytokinesis. Now, this is a typical example, not exactly the scientific terms I used, but I just tried to explain how the disease will affect us. So this is how disease will reach to the cells, and this will go on more number of disease causing cells will come. When these are replicated, immediately our T lymphocytes will be there. Until lymphocytes within the WBC, that is white blood cells, they will release these neutrophils, that is the antibodies against the antigens. These are antigens. Friends, it won't affect all the time. That's the reason we'll take medicine. Medicine will boost this our immunity system itself. Now, now Gemcovac will act as a vaccine to prevent the disease. Because what is a vaccine? Nothing but to prevent the disease. To prevent the disease, we take vaccine. So this is how things will work. Simple to understand. Gemcovac Om is the new medicine against Omicron COVID-19. Do you remember? If you don't remember all these things, sure, no problem. Just remember Gemcovac Om. That's enough. Clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Aarti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
I hope I managed it. If I'm exactly okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. So
सर
that is
ये
what.
पूरा इम्यूनोलॉजी में मेरा पढ़ा हुआ था, बहुत पहले पढ़ा है मैंने.
Acha. Okay. So I hope I explained basically correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we'll go for the next articles, friends. NABFIDI 60,000 crores loans book by 2024. Why I brought this article, in fact? Okay. Not for this article. Okay, please. Do remember here. I brought for this article. Okay. That is Janaki Raman. Janaki Raman is now appointed as a deputy governor of RBI. Okay. So first question, who will appoint? Appointments Committee of Cabinet. Okay. So what is the strength of the RBI governors and deputy governors? That we will try to understand now itself. Friends, in India, you all well aware that RBI is the Central Bank of India. And RBI has many functions. Now for that, RBI not only works about works by the governor, it also has 4 deputy governors. For that point of view, we have to remember the names of the governors, particularly for the UPSC exam point of view, non-UPSC exam point of view. So right now, the 4 governors of RBI are one, that is Rajeshwar Rao, Ravi Shankar, Rajeshwar Rao, Ravi Shankar, and we have Swaminathan Janaki Raman, who is the current person right now. So just remember that Ravi Shankar, Rajeshwar Rao, and Michael D. Patra. So Michael D. Patra, Ravi Shankar, Rajeshwar Rao, and finally, that is Swaminathan Janaki Ram. Swaminathan Janaki Ram. 4 deputy governors of RBI. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So do remember these names? Quite important ones. Okay. Who will appoint them? Appointments Committee of Cabinet. Appointment Committee of Cabinet will appoint these governors. Appointment Committee of cabinets. Friends, who will be head of the appointments committee of cabinet? Who will be the chairperson? Prime Minister. Prime Minister is the chairperson of the cabinet. Okay. Prime Minister is the chairperson of this particular cabinet. Okay. So this I can tell you, friends. And cabinets are based on which article? Article 77. Article 77. Based on that, we had cabinet committees. Here, friends, am I? Read Article 77. President will lay down the mechanism for the transaction of business. Under that, we have cabinet committees. No direct reference. Cabinet committees, no direct reference. It is Article 77, you should remember. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Remember these names. And before reading this article, I would like to ask you a question. So, in which particular area of Kolkata, right now we can find people who are from Kolkata right now. Exactly right now from Kolkata. Aarti and Devalin, I guess. Kaushal, Deepak, all from Kolkata. Nandini from Kolkata. Almost all from Kolkata, man. Okay, no issue. No problem. Jit, you are also from Kolkata, my dear friend, Jit.
Yes, sir. मैं अभी यहाँ पे रह रहा हूँ कोलकाता स्टडी के लिए.
Okay. Okay. We'll play one game now. Who want to play? I will teach some Telugu to you. No one interested. I will teach some Telugu. Oh, good number of people are there. Kaushal,
Yes, sir.
ఎలా ఉన్నావు?
Please repeat, sir.
ఎలా ఉన్నావు?
Ella Vunavu.
No. ఎలా ఉన్నావు?
Ella Vunavu.
Yes.
What that means, sir?
How are you?
Okay, so then how I will reply for that? Like, I'm fine. Thank you.
In Bengali, you can reply.
Sir, আমি ভালো আছি.
నేను బాగున్నాను. Come on.
Sorry, sir.
నేను
నేను
బాగున్నాను.
బాగున్నాను.
How you will call say amma? Amma means, amma means, I guess you understand, right? Amma means mother.
Mother. Yes, sir.
Father, నాన్నగారు.
నాన్నగారు.
Very good. Go and call your father నాన్నగారు. He will understand your scolding and then he will slap you. Don't call, okay?
Okay, sir.
And do you have brothers?
No, sir.
Sisters?
No.
Single boy.
Single boy. Yes, sir.
Ek Niranjan.
एक निरंजन.
Enjoy yourself. Okay. So if you want to ask anything in I will translate in Telugu. Anyone interested? No one is interested, I guess. Cha, slow, dull. Endra babu. Why you are so dull? You want a song? You want to recharge yourself?
Please sing a song, sir, for us.
Hey, Kaushal, you are very, please leave there. Anyway, Deepak, I'll sing in the end of the class.
Yes, sir.
Deepak, ఏమైనా
Sir, I'm
తిన్నావా?
there, sir.
ఏమన్నా తిన్నావా దీపక్?
So it's impossible to understand.
ఏమన్నా తిన్నావా?
I guess all good. All good.
No. Had something like that, have you had something?
Oh yeah, I don't have any supper. अभी तक तो नहीं खाया.
Okay. Any other want to try something? Let us check. Now, come on, open with your Bengali quotations. I will try. I will try to replicate. Anybody? Open challenge. Yeah, come on. No one is ready. What are you looking? Tell me one sentence. I will try to repeat in Bengali.
The searching for hard sentences.
Acha, you want to make me to lose? Yeah. You asked me to sing a song. I asked time and I sang a song. That is the capacity of Kalyan. Taleva. Come on. No one is interested in this. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, please translate this sentence. Like, I am coming to Kolkata next month.
నేను కోల్కతా వస్తున్నాను.
In Bengali, sir.
Acha, you want Bengali?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's the game. If I do, what you will do for me? Just let me know.
Will
Sir, you were
courier you
typing.
some candy.
I am not typing. How you can find it? I am not typing.
So your glasses.
Oh, really? Yeah. Anyway, let us. Important articles are waiting. Don't waste our time. Okay. How you are wasting your time? Should not do. Always wasting time. Okay, Kaushal, don't worry. I will definitely do it next week. Okay, you can translate and tell me now. I will try to repeat it. Come on, tell me. I will repeat.
স্যার আমি কলকাতা আসছি পরের মাসে।
You are scolding me, Shaker. What sin I did you? गलती काम क्या किया मैंने? बोलो भाई.
नो স্যার নট স্কুলিং।
हाँ तो बोल फिर से बोल.
স্যার আমি পরের মাসে কলকাতায় আসছি।
हमें पौड़े मासे कलकत्ता आशी. Come on, claps.
আসছি। यस सर ऑलमोस्ट 80-90%।
Claps immediately.
सर इसका एक इजी वर्जन भी है।
हाँ. Come on.
नेक्स्ट मंथ আমি কলকাতা আসবো।
Next month हमें कलकत्ता
আসবো।
आसबो.
यस सर इजी वर्जन है।
Very easy. Absolutely. Fine, brothers. Let us go to the back to the topic, and we will finish some more important articles. Then we'll go back to the topics. Come on, just a second. Is screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Right now, Coal India and Commission for Competition Commission of India both are having certain issues. See, what is the issue is not going to be a question, but my point of view is what is this Competition for Commission of India. This is what I can tell you. To maintain a fair practices in the business, to maintain the fair practices in the business, Competition Commission of India will regulate the market. You should remember that this Competition Commission of India, once upon a time, imposed a penalty on Google, Amazon because of their irregular market practices. This Competition Commission of India right now imposed 591 crores, okay, on several bodies till now, but now they are moving towards to find Coal India Limited. Coal India Limited. Now, why Coal India Limited was penalized by this Competition Commission of India? Before going to understand that, I would like to tell you one simple story, that is, what is this Commission of Compensation Commission of India. So what is Competition Commission of India? I'm sorry. Competition Commission of India. Friends, Competition Commission of India is a statutory body. Created under Competition Commission Act 2002. Competition Commission Act 2002. Friends, it works under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The executive head is Ashok Kumar Gupta. Ashok Kumar Gupta. Okay. Ashok Kumar Gupta is the person. Now, Coal India, why it was penalized? Now, the case was filed by CCI against Coal India about their practices in market. Now, Competition Commission of India suggesting that is Coal India is having a provision called as monopoly. But Competition Commission of India saying there is no such thing called as monopoly in India. So the issue is Competition Commission of India stated Coal India right now monopolizing coal aspects. Now this is as per Coal India Limited, this is not best for the country. Not best for the country. So this is the reason they are not happy with the Coal India Limited. Right. So there are several aspects raised by the article, but still I can tell you, this is the basic information. So Coal India Commission says there is Nationalization of Coal Act 1973, because of it I am having monopoly. But Supreme Court immediately dismissed the case. So there is no case, but you can revise about these developments. So that I can tell you about this article. Very small article, just have an idea, that's enough. Okay, just a second. Yeah. So now we have Uniform Civil Code, one of the burning issue in India. In fact, almost all the newspapers, all the TV debates are focusing about Uniform Civil Code, Uniform Civil Code, Uniform Civil Code. So at this point of time, let us try to have a comprehensive look over Uniform Civil Code. Then we will finish with the mains question. Okay. It was during Constitution Assembly. There were debates over Uniform Civil Code. While this is going on, the members of the Constitution Assembly remembered IPC developments, it is criminal law. There is uniform criminal law throughout the India. like no punishment is separated based on the religion base. In fact, Warren Hastings did it. Warren Hastings created two platforms. One is based on Sharia law, one is based on Dharma Shastras. But Cornwallis ended this. Of course, Macaulay completely removed this process. Now, from then onwards, people are continuously focusing about UCC, UCC, UCC. Now, during Constitutional Assembly debates, there are several people who continuously spoke about the UCC implementation and UCC role. For example, B.R. Ambedkar stated, what is use of liberty if it is unable to change social evils? What is use of liberty if it is unable to change the social evils? Mind it, this is a quotation given in 1946, 1947 around that time during Constitutional Assembly debates. Friends, at this point of time, we have several people who openly criticized and who openly even praised the idea of UCC. But there is no guarantee about UCC implementation at that time. That's the reason they clearly placed it in Article 44. Clearly mentioned, state shall endeavor. Do remember, endeavor, only endeavor. State shall endeavor to bring uniform civil code to its citizens throughout its territory. Friends, this is how the Constitution said. However, you should remember one important thing here, friends. That is, if you see Article 43, DPSP states, state shall endeavor with law or legislation. The word clearly mentioned in Article 43, but that was optional in Article 44. So, at this point of time, we have to understand why UCC is a problematic and why it is creating a lot of troubles to people. So, from the background here, I'm starting. UCC, B.R. Ambedkar, what he said and what DPS is saying. Now, I'm going to explain. That is, arguments favor or why we need UCC. Number one, it helped in integrating the country. It brings true fraternity among the country people. It brings true fraternity for the people. Okay. And it will fulfill constitutional obligation. One is integration, one is fraternity, one is constitutional obligation as per Article 44. As per Article 44, you can do it. Okay. And here I can tell you that implementation of UCC, so PM Modi expressed that this UCC this UCC will help in bringing human rights, and it will also support gender equality. Right now, Parsi woman doesn't get any inheritance if she marry outside her community or outsider. That will goes on. But that is not applied to men. Men can marry outsiders, he will get all the inheritance. But Parsi woman not getting any inheritance. That you should explain this with example answer writing. A Parsi woman, she will get all the inheritance. Okay. But she won't get all the inheritance. Whereas the Parsi men will get it. Okay. That is first thing. Second important thing, that it will bring unity among the Indians. It will bring unity among the Indians. Next important thing is it will bring unity among the Indians as per the government of India. It will bring unity among the Indians. Supreme Court in Sarala Mudghal Shah Bhanu, even the recent Saira Bhanu, which is the case of Triple Talaq, supported UCC implementation. Understood? So this is how things started. Clear, ma? So all these issues clearly stated there is a need for UCC. There is a new need for UCC in very particularly. Okay. Now, what is the arguments against, or you can say why we should not need it? Why we should not need it? In Keshavananda Bharati judgment, the Chief Justice S.M. Sikri stated, no government can be compelled for UCC. No government can be compelled for UCC. Okay. So that is also there. Now, I just want to add here that Kerala Governor Arif Muhammad Khan, who stated that implementation of UCC will bring equitable justice for all communities. Equitable justice for all the communities. Equitable justice for all the communities. Okay. So he also believes that the people will get a lot of support there. Now, we will try to understand the arguments against this particular aspect. First and foremost one is no government should be compelled. Second one, it will affect the fundamental rights, Article 25. Can anyone exactly replicate the Article 25? Anyone? Try to replicate the Article 25. It says freedom of conscience, right to propagate and practice religion. So marriage comes under religious practice. It will be affected. Marriage comes under religious practice, it will be affected. Now, Meghalaya Tribal Commission, sorry, Nagaland Tribal Commission stated UCC will affect tribal customary rights. Tribal customary rights, quite important one. Tribal customary rights will be affected. Now, Article 21 stated minorities have a right to conserve their culture. So we have a right to conserve our culture. So how this government will impact this? Understood. Then Law Commission 2018 clearly stated UCC is neither necessary nor desirable. Neither necessary nor desirable. Number one, it's stated neither necessary nor desirable. It's stated, that is, Law Commission stated, first, both should get equal rights, equal marriage age. Two, second important thing is, inter-religious reforms are needed. Within the religion, there is a need for reforms. Instead of going for the entire UCC, there is a need for internal reforms like women, freedom, so on and so forth. Right. So these are some of the challenges. Yeah, these are some of the challenges. Next challenge is personal laws are kept in concrete list. So how government can completely have freedom here, that is also one important thing. Okay. So these are the important things we can understand from the pros and the cons. Not quite, very important articles as of today. I hope you will understand this. I hope you understood this. Any important thoughts you want to offer, please let me know. I hope you are very clear at each and every point. So practice the question. Discuss question number
7.
Question number 7. Discuss arguments favor, arguments against Uniform Civil Code. Arguments favor, arguments against Uniform Civil Code. That's it. Fine, friends. Thanks a lot. And I hope you are clear with this article also. See you the next week. Thank you so much. And Jai Hind. Yes, Kaushal?
So we have discussed the points favor and against for UCC. So what are basically the challenges for its implementation in India?
So arguments against can be used as a challenge. Article 25 is affected, it's a challenge. Article 20 is affected as a challenge. Tribal rights will be affected as a challenge. And it is going to impact the rights of the, some minorities is a challenge. And religious affairs are given to Article 26, that is religious denominations. So that is also a challenge. So like that you can express. Same thing you can use a challenge also, not an issue. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It's
Thank you,
fine.
sir.
Oh, no issue, Kaushal. Fine, and thank you so much. And
Sir, word limit?
first of all, write it. Word limit we will see in the next classes.
Okay, sir.
250 words.
Thank
You
you,
can,
sir.
you can try 250 words. Okay, Aarti, Amrit, Deepak, Kaushal, Roshmi, Ayan, Anvesha, Jeet, and Shekhar. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Wow. So great to receive all the feedback.